Here, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top-quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Step into the octagon if you dare. This is Lionheart Live with former UFC light heavyweight Anthony Lionheart Smith on 93.7 The Ticket. Lionheart Live is sponsored by Canopy Street Market, located at the corner of South Canopy and N Streets in the Haymarket. Here is your host, Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Oh, let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Everybody hands in the middle. We're going to do it old school. 43 degrees, 11:04 in Lincoln. Got to ask him what the weather is in Omaha. But pretty good day. I have 59. We're going to hit. So how about that? 402-464-5685. We're gonna activate this text line today. We got a lot of questions, and we're going to go to somebody that maybe can clean the noggin for us all and give us some redirection, some guidance for this thing. All the video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961, the Ticket app. Pretty cool along the way. Before we get into the Lionheart's Den itself, we're going to get into Box promo book, and let's go to Box book. Bach, pay the bills.
Yes, today's show is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication services since 1901. Whether it's residential or business, Hamilton has the answers. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
Thank you, kind sir. Let's bring him in. You heard Mark Morrison. That means one thing. Time to throw hands and get into the skull of Anthony Lionheart Smith. Let's bring him in. Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, kind sir. How the heck are you?
What's going on, DP? How are you?
We're avoiding, we are Neo Matrix avoiding whatever bug is going around.
Oh yeah, there's a nasty one going around, isn't there?
Yeah. AD's down. A couple of friends that are warriors, they're down. I thought it was going to get me, and then punching ghosts with every grandma's remedy I could possibly remember. But we'll ask the healthiest person in the room. We'll ask Anthony Smith. What do you do with a house full of girls when it's bug season? What are the rules of engagement?
There is none.
Everybody in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, you just figure it out as you go. There's no rules around here. The strongest survive. It's natural selection around here.
He said, "Girls, figure it out.
Figure it out."
This is what it's gonna be. Interesting times. We'll get to. There's a bunch of things I want to cover today. I know Lionheart is a Husker hoops fan, and he's certainly a Husker football fan. So I want to talk about the state of the union in both of those spaces. And then this is a transitional forward and up moment in the UFC. I want to talk to him about that. And then Black Monday in the NFL is an interesting thing because it just refocuses us to how business is being done, and it lets us know what the next standard is going to be. Lionheart, let me ask you this, and I asked Bach this just before we went live. The words loyalty, commitment were always a part of athletics, and it was used from the top of the mountain down, right? That leadership would always say those are two things that are important and vital. Are those things still true today, Anthony? Are the people at the top, and we'll get to the athletes, but at the people at the top, are they committed to, are they loyal to, and should they be? Because the answer may be they shouldn't. They're doing business. They shouldn't be loyal to anything other than the business. But what say you, Lionheart, on the words loyalty and commitment?
Oh, there's a lot of loyalty and commitment in sports, from the college level all the way to the pro. Here's the problem. The commitment and the loyalty is always to your own benefit.
Yeah.
Always. So these people are loyal. They are committed as anybody you'll ever meet to making sure that they get theirs, and that the job gets done right, and that they continue to take steps forward. That's how it is. And it's so funny that, like, we started this, I don't know, we've been doing however long we've been on together now.
Right.
And I said, what did I say from the beginning about the state of sports? It is a dirty, dirty space. And everyone, and I remember, like, some of the people on the text line being like, "Oh, he's being a little bit dramatic. The sky's not falling." And the only difference in what's going on in sports right now and what was going on then is, it's, for whatever reason, they're not hiding it as much anymore. It's a little more out there in front of your face, and we're just seeing it. But as much as we're seeing now, and it just feels uncomfortable, and there's no loyalty, and there's no commitment, and heads are getting chopped, and people are just showing up. You know, they're worried about their own paycheck and their own performances. There's not really a big, huge sense of team right now.
Yeah.
That's how it's always been. You guys are just seeing it now. And as much as you are seeing now, it's even dirtier below the surface.
It is, and I think some of it is the transparency and the exposure that there are programs now. There's podcasts, there's radio, there's television, there's social.
Yeah, you can't hide anything.
Yeah, I mean, like, now the tracking, because all the deeds that are being done, there's digital tracking for all of it, right? And that people are now trying to hold people accountable. But I don't think people care that when people come back and go, "Well, this is what you said," and they're like, "Yeah, so what? It's what I said."
Yeah, it's different now.
Yeah, and it's different. And you're in the fight game. In the fight game, even from the broadcast side, it is a matter of making sure crabs in a barrel doesn't reach you. You know that it exists. You just don't want it to reach you. Is that a fair statement?
100%. Even on the broadcasting side, I love my coworkers.
Yeah.
And you know, but if I'll say it like this, if one of them had an opportunity to step on my neck to get my job and pass me, they absolutely would. Absolutely, they would. There's no sense of team. We get along. We go out and we have some meals here and there. We have a good time joking, and we have fun on TV.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. They'll cut my throat the second they get a chance.
And it's not, I mean, we're talking about, and let's paint the picture for listeners that may not know. One, that Anthony Smith, as when he was an active fighter, was in the last 90% of your career, you were in the top 10 in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 in the world. And now that you've retired from the active fighting, in the broadcast side of it, directly connected to the UFC, you're one of 8.
Yeah. And
Like,
I'm one of like 8 broadcasters, but I'm one of like 4 full-time desk guys.
right.
Yeah.
Like it is crazy. So the idea
How'd that happen? Wild.
Lionheart is how that happened. You know, and it's but here's the thing. It's the constant, you and I have talked about this off air, right? That a part of the mission and purpose of Lionheart Live is so that you get to sharpen edges, you know, get into the dark corners of some of the things that maybe you can't talk about in the spaces that you're in some of the other spaces, and that you still have access in other spaces to talk about things you can't talk about here. So it was, my thing was, for all your brilliance, I wanted you to have a place that, quite frankly, you could be a Husker fan, you can be an NFL fan, you can be a Chiefs fan, you can be all those things and not have to worry about anybody coming for your neck. This is one place, anybody coming for your neck. That's
not even Eric. Now when I jump on here, he's saying good day. How's your day? Happy. So we turned the corner.
Hey,
we turned the corner.
Hey, transparency and access will do that for you, won't it? I've been telling Bach this, and most of the people who work here, you know, we should probably have conversations that if the person we were talking about were in the room next to us, we're having the same conversation. And that's, listen, if
every conversation I've ever had.
Yeah, but that's why you're you. Not everybody works from, whether it be on the text line, social media, right? I mean, you know, you post anything,
Mm-hmm.
you know, here they come, right? They're going to come, and there's going to be a third of the people wwho have something negative to say.
Yeah, trolls for sure.
But they would never say it face to face. They would never say it to you. I say it all the time. When I talk about athletes and coaches and humanity, if I can't say that to them nose to nose in a dark closet, I shouldn't be saying it with a microphone on. I shouldn't be saying it. So that's how I work. I appreciate and respect when people check their words. That's
mm-hmm.
just
dude. And it's only happened a couple, because here's what I always think is funny. The amount of times that I've had fighters come at me for things that I've said. How often do you think that happens?
Yeah.
For things that I say about them.
I would think most of the time, most of the fighters that you talk about, the ones that have access to you, in whatever way. So whatever way you communicate that thing against them,
mm-hmm.
Everybody feels like, well, geez, I follow Anthony Smith on social media, so I have access to him. Like, I know him because I read what he shares. And it was like, no. That is me giving you access to what I think. It does not mean that I want to know what you think.
Well, here's what I always think is funny. Like, my point is, I hear Dean all the time say, "Man, these fighters are coming at me all the time. They always got something to say. They're checking me in person." You know, and then you hear all these other commentators say, "You know how many times it's happened to me? Once." And all the fighters that I've talked about, and again, I've never said anything I wouldn't say to their face.
Who was the fighter?
Cynthia Calvillo. Checked me big time.
Were you talking negatively about one of my ex-girlfriends?
Yes. No, actually, to be fair, I wasn't really talking negatively. I said, if the fight goes to the ground, I favor Cynthia Calvillo, and I think she's going to do really well. If she ends up hung out there on her feet and she can't get a takedown, she's going to get absolutely tattooed. And then the fight goes to a draw. She gets 10-8'd in the first round, almost finished on her feet. Then gets a takedown in the last 2 rounds and ends up winning the last 2 rounds. But because of the 10-8 round, the fight ends up in a draw. Everything I said was exactly right. She got absolutely tattooed on her feet and almost put out. And then she grapples out 2 rounds to win those last 2 rounds and gets a draw. So, but she also had the courage when she seen me in person to say, "I don't like what you said, how my fight was going to go." And I said, "I appreciate that you are willing to come up and tell me that. I also was exactly correct." Yeah. And so we had a great conversation about it. And now anytime I see her, it's nothing but the hugs and highs. But that's the thing. Nobody ever really says anything. I've never even had anyone say anything on social media.
I would imagine
I put myself in a position to be able to do that, though.
Am I wrong, Anthony? Am I wrong in saying that some of that would be that fighters respect fighters?
Say that one more time.
That fighters respect fighters.
I think some of it is a respect thing,
right? That there's the science, the artistry behind it, right? That everybody's putting in work. Nobody got where if they got in front of Anthony Smith at UFC, they put in work, right? Their sacrifices the whole thing, and that they've worked on the skills that are required in order for them to bypass a whole bunch of the local folks and the regional folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
They put in the work, but then ultimately they know that it's your job to analyze what you see and speak the truth to what you see.
I think that's a lot of it. I think that's a large part of it. I think that there is an element to it where they know that I did the hard things, and that so I'm not coming at them. This isn't personal,
right?
And that whatever I said, I think they need to do, whether it's maybe they weren't courageous enough, or maybe they got a little gun shy, or they know that the things I'm saying that I believe they should do, I would be willing to do, or I have done, or I built my career on doing that thing. So I don't ever, it's never personal. And I think I do a good job of balancing, like, if I'm going to discredit Derek Lewis's striking, I also will compliment him at the same time. Say, although he has this discrepancy and this hole in his game and this problem here, I'm really impressed with what he does here. And here's how he can make that work and avoid the issues. So I think that people are like, okay, deep down, they know the truth. They know what I'm saying is probably right.
Yeah.
And that's where people get upset. But then if you parlay it with a criticism with a compliment, I think people take it a little easier.
And
that's me building up the athlete. I don't really care what they think. That's me building up the athlete and the product.
But it's also, it's you doing your job. And I think that's the part.
If I just keep telling you how bad people suck at something, why would you buy that pay-per-view? But I also can't lie to you. I can't lie to you and say, oh, this guy's an incredible grappler. Derek Lewis is one of the best grapplers in the UFC. Listen, cracks me up. I'm going to start sounding like DC. He got an amazing grappling game. He's amazing. Everybody's an amazing grappler. Everyone's an amazing striker. Like, Rogan's the same way a bit, and I understand you get wrapped up into it, and Rogan does do this. Where he's one of the best strikers in the UFC. You've said that about the last 10 guys who've been strikers. So, like, again, I would say that to Rogan,
right?
Like, sometimes you speak into some absolutes, and you get a little bit wild sometimes. So I'm not that guy, but I also can't tell you that this guy sucks all the time, because then you're not going to want to tune in. So I can say Derek Lewis, although he does have a large hole in his grappling game, he does have some decent takedown defense. He does a great job getting back to his feet. And when he's there, he's going to absolutely swing those hammers. And if he connects, you are probably going to go out. So I just told you everything you needed to know. He sucks at grappling. He's a decent wrestler, kind of can get back to his feet. But if that dude lands a shot, you're going to want to watch it.
You're going to sleep.
You're going to sleep.
A lot of it, and no matter what the sport is, that the paid analysts end up in these situations. And you remember that there is the fandom part, right? Where Rogan was a fan of the UFC before he became an employee or in the voice of the UFC. And that he gets to speak to, I think he firmly understands that he speaks as a fan within the expertise. He speaks as, you know what? That dude's a beast.
Yeah.
Right? Because, sitting around, Joe Rogan can go do 48 hours of mixed martial arts work. He's still never going to be as good as the people he talks about. But he says that, like, listen, I know how difficult that is because I suck at it.
Right.
So
I think everyone has a role, right?
Right.
Like, I think we don't like talking about that sometimes, like, especially on the broadcasting side. Let's just be honest here. Dean Thomas, absolutely one of the best analysts I've ever been around. He has a mind for the sport. It just works differently. And it fascinates me because he sees things that I don't see. And usually I catch everything. And that's not me tooting my own horn. I'm just good at what I do.
Yeah.
But a lot of times Dean makes me think a lot differently about some of the stuff that I'm watching and the reasons and we think about the sport conceptually together. And That's different. That's different than a lot of other analysts you're going to run into. So he has the ability to just be the genius in the room because he's the smartest guy in terms of this sport. He's the smartest guy in every room that he's in. He'll never tell you that, but I will. He's the smartest guy in every room that he's in terms of this sport. But is that the position that Dean Thomas plays on TV? No. He's going to feed you nuggets. He's going to educate you. He's going to tell you what's going on. But he's also the funny black guy in the room. That's his role. That's his position, and he understands it and he plays it well. He's Unc. That's Dean Thomas.
Yeah,
that's what he is. Dominic Cruz is when Dominic's on the call, he's the quiet, concise, very analytical, very emotionless guy that's going to tell you the what's and the whys. DC and Bisping are selling you stuff. You need a salesman. You need a reason to have people tune in and click buy when these promos are running. They're going to be loud and boisterous, and Rogan's going to be the fan that has knowledge, but he's just nerding out because he's excited about what he's watching. Rogan makes you feel like he feels. But you just can't believe what's happening. So and then John Anik is the leader at the helm who directs traffic and tells us to get out of the way.
And can we should do a better job of letting you know there's two Anik brothers.
They do a good job of making sure nobody knows that.
Oh, bruh. Listen.
It's creepy. I've never seen two twins they are absolutely identical. They travel together a lot. Their voices are almost identical. The only time I can tell the difference is John's shoulders are a bit broader and he has a different style. Like, even if they wear similar clothes, like John's style is a little bit different and John's shoe game is different.
Yeah, he smiles a little bit more.
Yeah.
The tell for me is when they approach in the smile. And
it's the approach and what he says, because John always says, ha! Every time he sees you. Ha! He does, doesn't he?
That's so good. That's so good. In the space, like, it's just to find out what it is. I just sent you pictures. I sent you in Bach pictures of Cynthia Calvillo expressing her disdain for
She punching you right in the face.
for like, you think I'm gonna win?
What were you criticizing her about?
Oh, well, the question was, do you think I'm gonna win? And then, am I your favorite female fighter? And
the answer is no and no.
And she threw hands, and that was
that's crazy.
That's how it worked.
She came at me hard. Like, and you know what? I really appreciate it, and I actually really enjoyed that conversation because then I found out that Cynthia Calvillo isn't the murderous psychopath that you would think when you used to see her fight. She is a sweetheart.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, when she starts telling you about the Bay gang wars, right? Real gang Bay.
She full on thug,
bruh. She has been through it. And
yeah, she'll full. But then when you talk to her, you're like, wow, like she's very sweet and nice and feminine and like just a normal girl. Yeah, just a normal girl. She's out here gang banging over bacon.
Yeah, over business, 10 toes down. From the text line, Anthony Texas says this. That was probably the best breakdown of UFC commentators I've ever heard. I don't know what I could take a month to think about it and say it any better. Also, before you go to break, we'll take a couple of minutes to answer this question. But Texture asked this. He says, maybe you guys already talked about it on a prior show, but I missed. But I'm curious what changes Anthony sees on his end from the ESPN to Paramount as we get closer to January 24th and the new year of cards. So, kind sir, change.
You guys aren't going to see a lot. Yeah. For the consumer, you're not going to see a lot. It's going to look different. The interface is going to look different on where you get your fights.
Yeah.
But when the event starts, it's going to look the same. You're going to see a couple different logos. I think the promotional content is going to be better. It's going to be better produced, I think, because Paramount's going to put more money into it. Yeah. So I think the promos will be cooler. But in terms of the pacing, what the graphics look like, excuse me, a lot of that stuff is going to look exactly the same. It's not going to change a lot for the consumer. For me, absolutely zero. Yeah. Doesn't change anything. Just for, some, I guess pulling the curtain back a little bit, the UFC, in terms of the fight nights, have always produced the content and the way that it comes to the consumer. So even when we were on ESPN, maybe the producers were different, the camera guys were different when I worked a pay-per-view versus a fight night, but everything else was the same. So we at the UFC, we in-house our own production. So the UFC, they hire the camera guys, they employ the sound people, they employ the people that do the graphics, the producers, the trucks, that's all owned by the UFC. And then they take the product that they made and then they give it to their broadcast partner. So the only difference is it's going to have a Paramount Plus or CBS logo versus an ESPN logo, but everything else is the same. Nothing has changed for me. So the people I work with are the same. The producers are the same. My coworkers are the same. My runners, the stage managers, everything is the same. Nothing changes for me. So we just take our product, we package it, and then we just broadcast it on Paramount and CBS. So for me, nothing. So for you guys, it'll look a little different. For me, absolutely zero.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll go to take our first break here. We'll come back. He mentioned January 24th, UFC 324, and it's mind-boggling to me that this card is put together the way that it is. There's so many questions. There's so many questions.
Let's get into it.
We're going to start with Natalia Silva is ranked number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Thug Rose Namajunas is ranked number 6. That flyweight bout is going to be in the early prelims. Thug Rose Namajunas is in an early prelim. We got a lot to talk about, kind sir. Anthony Lionheart Smith, Bach, DP. We'll be right back.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. my focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends. There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Time to go back into the Lion's Den. This is Lionheart Live with your host, Anthony Smith.
Welcome back, DP, Bach, and the Lionheart. UFC 324 Las Vegas T-Mobile Arena. I'm pondering whether to do that or not, one depending on what the NFL does. But I was explaining to Bach, I'm spoiled, Anthony. The UFC has done a great job of spoiling me. And then, of course, the problem with that is you become the spoiled, petulant child that you raised. And if you get me used to sitting next to the octagon for fights, you then cannot send me up to the rafters for any fight without a tantrum. T-Mobile Arena and Madison Square Garden are the two places where they send me to the top of the building to watch the fights. And Anthony, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I'm not. Listen, you want coverage. You want that kind of coverage. You want passion. You want informed, you want knowledgeable. Okay, cool. Right. I look good on camera, right? Camera shot swings. I look like I'm engaged. You know.
This
I'm
is
such a
look
child.
at you. You're worried about that too. You're like, people are gonna see me though.
Yeah, bruh, I'm up in the. You got me up in the. I'm above the flags, man. And those are the two places where those are the best cards. The best cards, T-Mobile Arena.
Absolutely.
Garden. Those are the two best, right? The biggest fight card to end the year, T-Mobile Arena. Biggest fight card to start the T-Mobile Arena. And I want to go see this card. I want to cover this card.
You should.
Yeah, I know. I'm such a baby. I told you that. I told you I'm afraid of heights. That's why the skydiving thing. It's a problem.
Please tell me that you're not worried about the heights inside of the arena,
sir.
You need. First of
full
all,
transparency.
First of all, we're gonna pretend like nobody heard you say that.
I'm honest.
That's when Bach should have hit the dump button, not when I'm dropping F-bombs on accident.
Don't let anybody know.
Just 15 dump buttons. Don't tell anybody that.
Oh, it is a life thing, man. I can't even tell you. You in Madison Square Garden, you know how they have the banners of all the Hall of Famers? Bach, they've got the Walt Frazier's and the all those. I'm above those. And literally
that's why I never see you there. Because I'm looking around, I'm down there. I can smell blood and sweat. I'm so close. I'm like, where is DP? I can't find him. No. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, full Seinfeld, man. It's appropriate. It is a thing. So anyway, they're working on getting me. I'll be one of the ones with a full pass, right? That they will give a ticket to as well, somewhere in the lower bowl, so that I am not. They don't have media people. Excuse me, Dana. There's one of your media guys is balled up in the fetal position in tears.
Dump button.
What would you like for us to do?
Hey, this is a little known fact. I don't know that Dana would mind, to be honest. You know that last year, or maybe it was the year before, somebody died on the floor during a UFC event.
Yep.
Were you there for that one?
Yes.
No one said a word. Like, no one said a word. He was like a VIP, like some guy with money. I don't know if he just had like a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like on the floor, I think.
It was so matter of fact. It was so matter of fact.
Yeah, I was like, what's going? Like, the security guys were. I remember the security guys walking by and like they just looked tired towards the end of the event. And I said, "You guys good?" Because I always take care of the security guys. You know what I mean? We'll go out and get them some drinks, pay for their meals. Like, just take care of them because they take care of us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You guys good? Like, you want to go do something after this?" He said, "No, man, we're tired." I said, "What are you guys so worn out for?" I'm like, man, it's just a busy night. We had a couple fights in the crowd. We had Israel Adesanya's getting into it with somebody in the backstage. She's like, then a guy died. And then like, wait. You can't just slide on by that. Our man literally passed away at a UFC event, and they just kind of moved him out and kept the event rolling. We didn't miss a beat.
It's a full. I mean, for people to understand that the UFC events, it's a machine. This is it. It is a machine of. I would say there's 1,000 people who work at any given night. I mean, it's a number, right?
Yeah, it's busy.
Right, from production to security, medical, follow through, social media, and then media itself, and then by the way, the fighters' families, and staff, etc. It's crazy, and so
it's a circus.
It's
a traveling circus.
Yeah, and an injury. Any pothole, speed bump that happens, there's a team prepared. There's a whole group who is simply there just in case that happens.
And kind of hoping it does, so they got something to do.
To jump off, man.
They're like, we're ready.
superheroes activated. It is a weird thing, man. 324. I'm still wrapping my brain around the idea of this card and how good it is and how many names are on this card and the styles of fight. They did such a great job of crossing over styles of fight. As they say, styles make fights. But amongst these things, and you got Pretty Ricky from Houston opening the fight card for 324 and the entire year, right? Which tells me Dana says, listen, I need a banger for the opener. First fight of the year needed to be a banger. Then to tell me that in the women's flyweight division, there's still not a bigger name than Rose Namajunas, and still not a hotter fighter, more progressively on the rise to the top than Silva. How is this fight number 3?
I think I'm more shocked that you're shocked that she's not on the prelims, because Umar Nurmagomedov and Davison Figueiredo are two of the best male flyweights that have ever existed on the prelims. On the prelims. Yeah. You got to think about this.
And that's not even the main, that's not the prelim main event, right?
No, it's not. No. So
what are we doing?
This card, I'm trying to pull it up right now. This card is absolutely stacked top to bottom, but we have Natalia Silva and Rose. Josh Hokett is kind of a big up and comer. We have Atiba Gauthier. Yeah. That dude's on a rocket ship right now on the prelims. And I get it. We got a former champion on the prelims, but Davison Figueiredo is a multiple time champion on the prelims. What fight do you pull off of the main card to put on Rose? That's my question. We start off the main card with Arnold Allen versus John Silva. Arnold Allen versus John Silva. That's a fight night main event anytime you want to roll in any corner of the planet. You could put that on a fight night main event on Fight Island with no crowd, and it's going to sell out. That's a banger of a fight. Both strikers. Arnold Allen is not going to be intimidated by John Silva. John Silva is one of the most dynamic, creative strikers that I've ever seen in person. Had an amazing fight with Diego Lopez. Got caught, but it is what it is. He was on a fast track to a title shot. Yeah. Waldo Acosta Cortez, who's got a little bit of social media darling stuff going on right now with him. Yeah. I've trained with Waldo. I'm telling you, people are like, whoa, we got, Waldo Acosta Cortez versus Derek Lewis is 2 strikers. That's not how this works. We got 1 striker and 1 brawler. Derek Lewis historically struggles with guys who are technical boxers or kickboxers that stay behind a jab and don't play his stupid game where they want to just play rock'em sock'em robots and swing him and bang him.
Right.
Here's the deal with Waldo Acosta Cortez. He can do both. I've trained with him a bunch. I've sparred with him a bunch. You want to talk? People would have sold tickets and paid to watch me and Waldo spar each other. It was a full-on fight every single time. And then he's one of those guys where he'll fight you and he'll take it and he'll give it. And he'll be punching himself and in your face and ready to brawl, but he can also sit behind his jab, be technical, be defensively sound if he wants to be. He's insanely fast for his size. He's got an incredible chin. He can take a big shot, but he's also very smart and he's very well coached. Javier Torres has done a great job with him. This guy was headed to professional baseball. He's Dominican. Yeah. He's a pitcher. Yeah. He throws his right hand just like he would throw a fastball right down the pipe, right in your mouth. So
this guy's out here. Bach, he's out here pumping 94.
For sure.
94.
Mm-hmm. And the dude's he's pumping 94 miles an hour and he's pumping out kids left and right. This dude's got like 9 kids.
He needs.
I've known Waldo like 4 years. He's had 6 kids in that time. It's crazy. It's crazy. He's the most. If that's not the most Dominican thing you've ever heard of in your whole life,
but it's also not the only one in the UFC with that story.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And so I always ask him, like, dude, are you done having kids? He's like, I'll have as many kids as God gives me. Okay, I'm with it. But he will brawl with Derek Lewis. But I hope that he doesn't because I want good things for him. If he brawls, that's a 50-50. It's a toss up. But if he sits behind his jab and he just fights technical, he'll walk right through Derek Lewis. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. That's so interesting to me. Obviously, we know how popular Sean O'Malley is, and that's not even the co-main event.
Right.
Sean O'Malley is one of the most popular guys in the entire UFC across the board, and Song Yadong is one of the most skilled guys in the entire division. He's insanely fast, and he's not as popular and as much of a, I don't know, he's not a name that you're going to hear around your house a lot. People aren't talking about him. You're not going to see a lot of promos with Song Yadong in it, but where he is popular is in China. Song Yadong can't even walk around like a normal human being in China. It'd be like if Michael Jackson walked through the mall in New York City. He can't do anything. He's in a totally different market. He is Michael Jackson famous in China. That's why he's in this position. Number one is because of how good he is, but he's also crazy popular. He's as popular as, I bet he's 5 times more popular than O'Malley is here in China.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Okay, so we'll pin there. We'll go to break, finish the segment.
You want me to shut up?
The co-main event, the main event, just to set the table. And then hour 2, we're going to talk about toughness, because I want to know what's going on. What has been the path to success for Nebraska basketball, and then what will be the path for Nebraska football based on the heart of Lionheart Smith. But we'll talk about the main event and the co-main event when we come back. Lionheart Live on the Ticket.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
There are so many realtors in Lincoln and Omaha, but don't get overwhelmed by all the no-names, plus all the different companies. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Real Estate is your go-to option, whether buying or selling residential, luxury, leasing, investment properties, or commercial property, small or large. Ben's team offers decades of experience, unbeatable customer service, and promises to fully protect your interests throughout the entire transaction. Call 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group of BHHS Ambassador Real Estate.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
MWR, a local company of Lincoln, is proud to announce they are able to offer their own post-frame building packages in metal to anyone desiring a building, whether you're a contractor or a DIYer. They can install your building as always, and they offer multiple different rib profiles and loads of color options, including the wood grain metal at great competitive prices. You can inquire at mwrbuildingandfence.com or just draw your desired building and submit it in their contact us page, and they'll get back to you. Call MWR today at 402-540-8966.
Time to go back into the Lion's Den. This is Lionheart Live with your host, Anthony Smith.
Welcome back. Anthony Lionheart Smith, Lionheart Live. We were talking 324, UFC 324. And what is one of the most intriguing matchups? The return of Mrs. Mack. The return of Amanda Nunes. Facing the champion, the bantamweight champion, Kayla Harrison, who was an Olympian. You're talking about different styles, different career paths. Both legacy fight. This is a legacy fight for both of them. That their careers will forever be marked by what happens in this main co-main event. So, Lionheart, what are folks looking for, and why is this intriguing?
Well, for anyone that remembers when Habib Nurmagomedov retired, I think that we all had a lot of questions. Basically, just like, did he leave a lot in the tank? Like, did he retire too early? Could we have gotten a few more out of him, a few more big fights, and answered some more questions? I think that that's how I felt when Amanda Nunes retired. Like, I felt like, to be fair, I felt like some of her retirement was her trying to slight Juliana Pena because she didn't want to give her another opportunity and didn't want to do business with her anymore. I think that she's made an absolute fortune. And I think that she just needed to take a step away because there wasn't any, because here's what happens with people that are as good as Amanda Nunes. Sometimes you can get bored and you get distracted, and she just wasn't being challenged. And she, then she kind of slipped on a banana pill and got beat by Juliana Pena. But then we seen who really was the better fighter and how big that gap was when she decided, okay, now I need to pay. Like, I think it motivated her. Like, I think that loss was good for her.
Yeah.
Because now she, like, you can't take your eye off the ball because these girls will sneak up on you. But there's no exciting contenders. And when you're that good, you have to have something to be excited about. So I think what makes fights exciting for me are the questions. Is Amanda Nunes as good now as she was when she left? Because we felt like she was the best in the world when she left, that there was no one even close to her. Yeah. And that's why she just stepped away. Is she as good now as she was then? In her mind, was she retired the entire time? Or did she just sit on the couch? Has she been eating acai bowls and just kicking it? Because that's not what I hear. I heard that she never really missed a beat and that she's been training the entire time and that she's been sharpening her tools, and she's been staying in the room. She's been coaching. She's been doing jiu-jitsu. I hear that she never really missed a beat when it came in terms to her training and her workouts. So that would lead me to believe she's probably going to be as good, if not a little bit sharper and a little bit better, because she's had time to heal and she's had time to keep her mind off the sport and keep her head out of it and not be in that fire the whole time mentally. And then I think it really comes down to if they go to the mat, who ends up on top. Because Amanda Nunes is as devastating as a ground and pounder. She's a black belt jiu-jitsu. She is no punk. She is very, very capable on the ground. I think that Kayla Harrison, with her judo background, she's an Olympic gold medalist, is going to have the advantage in terms of the wrestling and takedowns. But Amanda Nunes defends takedowns with punches. You can't get close enough to take her down because she's going to put you on your butt.
Yeah.
So I think if Kayla Harrison ends up on top, she's going to give Amanda Nunes a hard time. Is Amanda Nunes good enough to keep herself safe and find her way back to her feet, or at least make it to the end of the round so we can start the next one back on our feet? I don't know. That's exciting for me. I don't know. But there is one thing that is very intriguing to me, and it's exactly the same thing that intrigued me when it came to Gilbert Burns versus Kamaru Usman. They didn't train. It's like Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns spent a lot of time, some years training together. So when Kamaru was the champion and then Gilbert Burns comes up and he's next in line and then they have to do these camps separate places and there's this weird split, the whole time they knew who was going to win that fight, but they won't tell us. And that drives me crazy because we're not allowed to know what happens in the room. You know, you spend a little bit of time with someone in a training room, you got a pretty good idea how this is going to go. Even if you're the one that's on the losing end of it, you got a pretty good idea. Yeah. Now we have Kayla Harrison, who is absolutely mollywhopping these women. And then who comes out of the shadows when she ends up with the title? What does Amanda Nunes know that we don't know? Why her? Why her? Why is she the one that drug you out of the shadows and pulled you out of retirement? Why you? Why is it Kayla Harrison? What do you know that I don't know? What do you see? What have you seen that I haven't seen yet? Like they're in, like geographically, they're in the same spots. They have some of the same coaches. They have mutual friends. They have mutual training partners. They, all told, they haven't trained together too much. But they have a pretty good read on where each other stands because of their mutual training partners and coaches, and they've seen each other. They've watched each other train. So again, I'm going to ask you, what does Amanda Nunes know that I don't know? Because why? How many times Amanda Nunes is at a lot of fights? Why is that the one that drug you out of your seat and pulled you into the middle of the octagon? It ain't money. It ain't money.
Loud out of the seat.
Right. It ain't money. Amanda Nunes is paid, bro.
Seat blowing the whistle.
Her check is the same no matter who's across from her.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. She's paid. So why her? Why her? I don't know. Is it a legacy thing? Are you scared? Are people saying that maybe she's going to be the greatest bantamweight of all time in terms of females? And you just want to go in and say, nah, I'm still here. Or do you see someone who's hot, streaking, and you say, I'll take all that. I'll take all that. You keep what you kill.
Oh, so good.
I'm just saying, this might be the most intriguing fight to me. There's better fights in terms of the skills of the guys and girls that are involved in these fights.
Yeah.
There's actually more. In my opinion, there's closer fights, and there's people with more higher level skill sets, like Song Yadong and O'Malley. You won't find. You're going to be hard pressed to find a better striker's delight than that. Two guys with polar opposite styles in terms of how they approach striking, but absolutely the tip of the spear in their ability to execute it. So Arnold Allen, John Silva, like that's a great fight. Natalia Silva, find someone with better footwork that's faster in the UFC across all weight classes. You won't find anybody with better footwork and the speed that she has versus someone with such a high level and educated striking game and understanding of distance and timing than Rose Namajunas. That is a more intriguing fight in terms of the technical aspect of it.
Here's
but the intangibles.
Hey, Bach, you ready for fast feet? Hey, Bach, you ready for fast feet?
I think so.
We're gonna show Anthony something. Anthony, Bach, hit the button.
Which one's this?
Oh, you got to get the station ID.
Oh, that button. Okay, I see.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
There you go. It's Bach with the quick feet.
There we go.
Good job, Bach. Business. Yeah, Bach's got you covered. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go. We'll take the break. Bach, you got bills to pay. We're going to set the table. And I'm going to have Anthony break this down for us. Because 15-0, I would see Anthony time to time sitting front row, of course, in the VIP seats at Pinnacle Bank Arena, cheering on Husker basketball when they weren't doing.
I was doing that when we weren't winning too.
When they weren't doing well.
Okay,
So
I'm no bandwagon. Okay,
right?
I was sitting courtside when we were getting beat by 40.
So we're gonna talk hoops and we're gonna talk transfer portal with Anthony Lionheart Smith when we come back to the ticket.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyk Farm Outfitters. With the holidays behind us, our team is already looking ahead to the 2026 season. And to help you get ready, we're hosting our second annual expo at our location near Exeter, January 27th. The expo covers 8 topics that matter to your farm. We'll discuss fungicides in heavy disease environments, liquid systems for your planter and how to choose the right one, how Washington is viewing important ag topics, and much more. Don't forget to stick around afterwards for the happy hour. Check out BoykFarmOutfitters.com for more info, and we'll see you there.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Step into the octagon if you dare. This is Lionheart Live with former UFC light heavyweight Anthony Lionheart Smith on 93.7 The Ticket. Lionheart Live is sponsored by Canopy Street Market, located at the corner of South Canopy and M Streets in the Haymarket. Here is your host, Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Hour number 2, Lionheart Live. Bach, kind sir, if you would please set the table by paying the bills.
Yes, it's the noon hour here at The Ticket. That means it's lunchtime, and lunchtime at The Ticket is sponsored by our friends at Mulberry Barbecue, now with 2 locations at 11th and Cornhusker and at 61st and Apples Way, right off Highway 2 by Lowe's. Both locations are open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Try their burnt-in sandwich, a brisket burrito, barbecue nachos, a full slab of ribs, a half-smoked chicken, and much, much more, plus their incredible sides. Get fueled for lunch today or make dinner plans at Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker and at 61st and Apples Way, just off of Highway 2 by Lowe's.
Thank you, kind sir. Anthony Lionheart Smith. From the text line, we were talking about Husker basketball and the loyalty. Kupska says, I understand that. Lionheart was there when we lost in overtime to Arkansas State and also lost to Incarnate Word when it was their first year in basketball.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah. Okay, DP, before we get into this basketball thing.
Uh-huh.
You remember when my dog passed away?
Yes.
I was in studio and I was all bummed out. Remember what you kept asking me?
How soon you would have another puppy?
No, there was another question.
What I asked?
What was its name?
Yeah.
His name is Harold. His name is Harold.
So good.
Isn't this ridiculous?
So good.
Hopefully everyone at the ticket can say hi to Harold
Hi, Harold.
If you're just listening, Harold is at the
Hi,
microphone.
Harold. Oh, you know what's funny? That's my little brother's name.
It's my grandpa's name.
They kind of favor each other. Look, what a handsome boy. Okay.
Yeah.
So Uncle DP is offering himself for puppy sitting duties anytime.
You're gonna puppy sit
Anytime.
Okay, we gotta get this potty training thing down first. But
look,
he's a rescue.
Yeah.
So for years, for a couple years, we've done this. We've done some work with Snafu. It's Short Nose and Friends United.
Yeah,
mainly Frenchies. But they go and they rescue Frenchies from all over the place, and then they foster them out, and then the foster homes kind of teach them how to be pets and kind of deal with a lot of the issues that these rescues have, and then they adopt them out, and the foster family gets to choose. And so that's where Harold came from.
That is amazing. Because Becky and I, we did the rescue thing for most of our time in Houston and Virginia, and we just haven't done it here. But that's we're
if you want to get on board, I got the hookup.
I keep telling you, talk to the boss lady, bro. That's right.
The boss lady scares me.
That you aren't alone.
I can tell. Just for everyone listening, DP acts a whole lot different when boss lady's around. When he's on here, he's joking and he's laughing around, and then when boss lady's around, he's buttoned up. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm gonna step out of the way when you walk by.
That work, man. Got that.
He's absolutely the boss.
The rules are the rules, man. What are you talking about? In full. Now it's welcome to the family, Harold. We'll get him a puppy T-shirt as well.
He needs a puppy ticket T-shirt.
Yeah, we can do that. As a matter of fact, that should be done anyway. Husker basketball at 15-0. And a win streak of 19 straight, traveling back to the crown. Lionheart, what's been the path to success for Husker basketball, Fred Hoiberg, and this crew of motley Huskers?
This is really just Hoiberg finding a group of guys that work together well. I'll take 10 average level guys. I'm not saying that these guys are average, but I'm just trying to make a point. I'd take 10 average level guys in any sport versus 10 elite athletes that want to all be superstars. It's not a selfish team. And I think that's just in terms of any sport. If you can get a group of guys or girls that are fairly skilled, maybe they're not the tip of the spear or the most elite athlete out there, but they work together really well and they vibe and they care about each other. And they just there's no egos, there's no selfish people there. I think that I would take that over 10 superstars that all want to be the best and that all want all the love and all the shine and don't work well with and don't play well with others. I'd much rather have 10 average skill set guys that work together well. And I think that's what's happening. It's a bit of I would say generally the team seems like a bunch of mutts. But I don't mean that in their skills. They're all incredible. But I don't know that you would find this mix of players together too many other places. I love watching it. And I think Hoiberg's just been chipping away at it. He's just been slowly just setting the culture, acquiring the type of players that he needs, inputting those players in those positions. And I think they just kind of struck gold right now. The puzzle and the pieces of the puzzle came together.
Isn't it interesting?
And we fly under the radar. So nobody's worried about Nebraska right now.
Yeah, well, they're worried about him now.
Sure.
You start knocking on the door of the Tom Izzos of the world, where they have to shout and listen. Quite frankly, it's not the same. It's not the same Nebraska. It's not the same Husker basketball that it's been. And he was open about giving a variety of reasons why he thought Coach Hoiberg and this group was playing well and doing well.
What did he say?
Well, one is just they've got a guy that plays harder than anybody in the Big Ten. This is from the mouth of the Hall of Famer. He goes, they have a guy that just plays harder than he goes. I wish I had a bunch of players who play as hard as Sam Hoiberg. And it matters. And if you have a player on your team that may not be the most talented, right? He may not check all the NBA potential boxes, but what he does is for playing the Big Ten and playing basketball at the highest level, he does all the small things that equate to big accumulation, and he leads. Like having leadership, that kind of leadership.
Well, it's his team.
Yeah, I mean, as much as
quietly, that's his team, and he leads it by example, not by words.
Make the play,
Make the play.
and he's listen. If you look at pictures of Sam in high school and Sam this year, you see the amount of work he's put in the weight room. You see the physical difference. You see you can hear the emotional maturity, right? Is the high basketball IQ, being a coach's kid, having those conversations. But that gets to corners of the locker room that no coach can get to. If you don't have a Sam Hoiberg in your team to get people go to class, get the extra workouts in, skills specific, team play, get them to buy into. Listen, when you've got a guy with the ball whose first mission is to get his teammates the best open shot he can find for them, he can ask for anything. If he's willing to do that, he can ask for anything of his teammates, and that's how they play the game.
And he's not selfish.
Yeah,
it's not selfish. I don't know. You get a leader like that, like Kobe Bryant. Of course, that's an easy guy to lead a team because he's going to lead you in scoring. He's going to lead he's going to lead you in assists. Like it's easy to do that. But to find I don't know, like a leader who maybe isn't always going to lead in the stats.
Alex Caruso.
Yes.
He's a Caruso. He's a guy. He's a glue guy, but he's
probably not the best guy on any floor he steps on.
Right. But it's necessary for this. And again, we couldn't. If you're somebody that supports Nebraska basketball and have gone through the downtime, and there was some substantial downtime, to have a 15-0 top 10 ranked Husker basketball team, it's got to be. Are you getting to a Husker game anytime soon?
I want to. Yeah, I need to.
And you owe Mark Manning a phone call.
I do.
Because he wants you to lead the guys out, and that's something,
Yeah, that's planned. When is that?
We know it's Lionheart's schedule.
We need a day where there's like a duel and then a basketball game, like the next day.
I'm sure that we can check and see. So you owe Manning a phone call. Speaking of, let's talk about Husker wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Did their bounce back against Northern Iowa gives me all the warm feelings. Like that looked like the beginning of the group that even without AJ being in the lineup, and watching Harley get a dub at the end to close this thing out, that for all the Antrell angst, the Christopher Mento growth and explosion, the Brock Hardy leadership in full, this is starting to look like, and then you add Chance Lamer to the lineup. Jacob Van D is now fully engaged in a higher end of the podium, 133. This is great for Mark Manning and Husker wrestling. It's a good time, bro. We got to get you to a match.
Man, we had a couple false starts there at the beginning though, which is why it's even more impressive that they've been able to, because sometimes when the wheels start falling off, sometimes they fall off all the way.
Yep.
They were able to get a tourniquet and kind of control that bleeding, and it's really been showing. Man, I don't know how. I don't even know if I want to get into this. Yeah, I'm going to. No, it's sad. It's really sad. So Antrell, it's taken him a while to kind of turn the corner, and whatever he's been dealing with in terms of just his wrestling, he just hasn't looked great. And you can see flashes of it, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't consistent. And now it seems like he's really worked the kinks out. And then the news yesterday comes. Yeah. Antrell's mentor, just someone he cares deeply about. And so rest in peace to Todd Manili, is a absolute legend in Nebraska wrestling history. Absolute Nebraska Wrestling Hall of Famer. 4-time state champion. I believe it's Scott. I think he went to Scott. Ended up getting recruited to Iowa to wrestle, went there briefly, came back, wrestled at UNO, had something ridiculous, like a 98-5 college record, 3-time national champion, Division II, multiple-time Fargo national champion. I mean, this guy is an absolute legend, him and his dad.
Yeah.
When Antrell's father was killed, he kind of stepped in and was that mentor and kind of led Antrell through his entire wrestling career. And now Antrell lost him yesterday. So my heart goes out to him and his family. And you know, I hope that, I don't know, it's just not that the timing is ever good. It's just he finally got it figured out, and then something else tragic happens to him. It's just sad.
Well, you went through it. When you lose a mentor, and there are those special angels on earth that help athletes and just as humans get through our difficult times. He identified Antrell early as somebody with special skills, and that, you know what, he needs somebody with a hand in the back that can kind of push him forward, and he would get on the mat with him and he'll put hands on him to cause positive friction. The connection between coach and family, right? That Tammy Green Taylor relied on him to be there for and trusted him with Antrell. And that's the thing when you say to people that, listen, I'll give you my son, I'll give you my daughter, and I'm going to trust you to love on them and to make them better. That's what I know. Antrell, I mean, there's a bunch of wrestlers in the state of Nebraska that are going through it. But right, the loss is profound, and I'm glad you brought it up because it really is a thing. Todd helped raise a whole lot of wrestlers, and a whole lot of athletes.
His legacy is gonna go on a long time. That's for sure.
Yeah, it tough times for everybody. Lionheart, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about Husker football because we're going to talk about transfer portal, and we'll talk about the bowl game. We're the state of the union, the state of affairs for Nebraska football. And, you know, Commissioner Lionheart, we're going to have you speak on it. Nebraska football when we come back to Lionheart Live.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, this is former UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart Smith. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SartorHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, the light breeze, and very warm temps. And the afternoon high near 64. Tonight, increasing cloud cover and light winds, low around 37. And tomorrow, rain likely throughout the day, be breezy and cooler with the high near 42. I'm meteorologist Kyle Lecter from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Time to go back into the Lion's Den. This is Lionheart Live with your host, Anthony Smith.
In the full transfer portal era, in the revenue share era, in the temporary is permanent era. Lionheart, is it hard to be successful when most of the people are 1 foot out the door? They're working from the 1 foot out the door mentality. That a third of the population, a third of the roster, third of the coaching staff, all in. a third of the roster, a third of the coaching staff. You know what? I'm looking for a better situation. And then the third in the middle, one going to the best situation. And if loyalty is allowed, that will play into it. What are we doing, Lionheart?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right? Like we've driven this thing that every player, again, 105 players, a third of them are Huskers. They don't want to be anything but Huskers. They're fine with it. They're not chasing money. They're not chasing dollars. They want to be a Husker. And they're happy they're getting money. They're happy they're in a better situation. But they're happy being Huskers, right? Same for coaches, right? That they're coaches that want to be Nebraska coaches. Then there's the third that, you know what, I'd like to be a Husker, but if the Huskers don't want me, one, you got to assume it has to be mutual, right? Has to be mutual. And if it's because it's not mutual, because it's not loyal, it's not committed. Lionheart, if Nebraska said, we will re-sign everybody for the entirety of their career, would that make the players more loyal to the program?
No. You know what fixes the problems?
What fixes?
Winning. How many Husker volleyball players left in the portal? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Yeah, I mean you got to go back 2 years to the beginning of the portal.
Yeah,
And
not only has nobody left this year. When's the last time it happened?
Well, you had the Jurevicius. You had the two go to Penn State. You had one go to Texas A&M.
Want to go to Texas?
Some were pushed, right? Some were
for
pushed.
Sure. Then that's mutual. That I don't count that.
Right? Because sometimes the weeding process is
you don't have a place here.
All conference player to concede 1 year for you to go and get a national championship with somebody else.
Or you don't have a place here, but there's definitely somewhere that needs you.
Yeah.
That's mutual to me. I don't know that counts.
Okay.
Like if just take the Raiola situation. Would we care if we had someone better?
If we had someone better.
Would we care that Dylan Raiola left? Wouldn't even be an issue. Or if we knew for a fact there was someone better coming, we wouldn't care. It is what it is. So the loyalty isn't necessarily about the coming and going. It's how it affects you. That's the problem. I don't even know that people are mad about the portal. People are mad about how it affects them and their team directly and how you feel about it as a fan. Because if we lost Dylan Raiola, but then we were getting the guy that's the quarterback in Miami right now. Yeah, go. We don't care. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and go. But now there's uncertainty and it affects us directly as fans. So we're upset about it. So it's not really a loyalty and commitment thing.
Well, but so let me ask this. If let's say for the sake of this, that Dylan is still a Husker, right? And Dylan has he's signed a contract and agreement that, and Bach, I'll ask you to chime in too. If Raiola says, I'm a 4-year Husker, period. I'm going to be your guy and we're going to ride or die together. And then let's say for the sake of discussion that Carson Beck then says, you know what? I want to be a Husker. We would be Team Raiola, right? That would we?
No. Stop it.
I'm asking.
Stop it.
Bach?
Carson Beck says, I'm leaving Miami. My Lamborghini and all of my fancy stuff is getting on a truck right now, shipping it right to Lincoln. I'm ready to step in as your starter as long as you guys are fine with it. Come on.
I'm asking. I don't. If you tell Bach.
No, you said it like it was a foregone conclusion.
No,
you said, no, we're riding with Raiola.
Bach?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Okay, and maybe you've got something big against Carson Beck, but Fernando Mendoza, throw whoever you want in there. Like you say, DP, or have said before, you're usually only as loyal as your option.
I got it, Bach.
Bach just threw your own saying right back in your face.
No, I'm a
You're
member.
only as loyal as your options.
Well, that's old black comedy gospel, right? Like old black comedy gospel is legit.
Well,
Like, that's
Bach
the reason-
is a old black funny man.
No, he really is. Look, Bach has a full cookout card.
Did you see how far we and Bach have come? We just teamed up on you.
Bach has had a full. Bach has, as a matter of fact, here's what's interesting. We can go up that. Oh man, Bach, I'm about to get in trouble. I had to catch myself. Because I was going to say, and take it for what it's worth. I was going to go up down the roster. I was going to go, hey, yeah, Austin Orman. He's got an invitation to the cookout.
Who's invited? Who's
right?
not?
Right? But Bach, you know what happens though, right? The train crashes. Because there's some folks that wouldn't get an invite. And then we don't want to have that conversation on live radio.
Hey, here's what I'm thinking. Bach, I think DP, he was about to go left there for a second because he said, well, we're gonna ride with Raiola. Look at this text line. 1001 says portal doesn't scare the teams playing in the playoffs.
Say it.
Winning fixes everything. If you're winning, ain't nobody leaving. Everyone's leaving these other teams. Your Dylan Raiolas are leaving Nebraska because he thinks he might have a shot at Carson Beck's job when Carson Beck goes to the draft.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. So he's 100% right. I say give me the better quarterback. We're trying to win.
All the time.
We're trying to win. We're loyal to Nebraska.
Do we say
even if you stay, we only get you for 4 years?
Do we say the same thing about the coaching staff?
Yeah, winning matters.
Winning matters, right?
Winning matters. Yeah, winning matters.
Well, then, if you ask the question, do we have the best quarterback? Do we ask the question, do we have the best coaches?
I think we coaches. Not sure.
Okay.
The one at the front, I'm riding with Matt Rule still.
Okay.
I'm with him. I'm with him.
Bach, what say you?
Because he's firing people who are close to him. That tells me he's committed to the program and he's committed to the dub. I don't want your personal relationships to be more to be more important than winning. I really don't. And he's burning his own personal relationships in search of a win.
Yeah, I'm lining him up. Bach.
So what's the question? Is the question, is Matt Rule the top of the industry, or
what is he
sticking with him?
Are you sticking with?
As long as he wins. I mean, that's the
How many wins, Bach?
How many we need Bach to keep him?
How many wins?
Well, I mean, again, it depends on what we look at going
into.
Wait.
Question for Bach. Because I feel like Nebraska does get a bunch of criticism because we've been jumping through hoops and trying to find a coach. And it was Mike Riley, and it was Scott Frost, and then it was Matt Rule, and I feel like we get a fair bit of criticism because we're bouncing around. Is it possible? Do you think, say right now, you could grab any coach, Bach, in the entire country. Doesn't matter who it is, whether they're committed or not. Any coach, whoever the best you think is. Mm-hmm. Could we get that coach? And would that coach be able to turn us around in 1 or 2 years like everyone seems to want? Is that possible? Do we have unrealistic expectations for Matt Rule?
I think there's kind of two parts to that. Is that I think that there are certain guys that maybe could, the Nick Sabans, the Urban Meyers, the all-time grades. But could
so Nebraska, you're saying if we got Urban Meyer and Nick Saban right now, next year we get 10 wins for sure?
I'm not say for sure, but I think you'd probably be heading in the right direction. 2 years from now, I think you'd probably be knocking on the door of the playoffs, if not in.
And then 3 years, we're winning a natty.
That's right.
Okay, Bach, we'll get the checkbook out. Let's go.
We need that Anthony Smith checkbook.
Hey, listen, I ain't got Urban Meyer, Nick Saban type of checkbooks.
We don't have the scratch, right? It's the thing. I find it interesting, right, that in all the times, in all of the transactions, right, and we've become fully transactional. We always have been, but now it's sometimes the conversation lead rather than the byproduct, right? That sometimes the focus is how transactional relationships have become. And I think that is from the top down, and that's how it works. That the young people are being reactionary and transactional because that's what the adults in the room have been. If I said to Anthony Smith that you go out, Dylan leaves, and you go out and get you need a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
What was your thinking when it came to TJ Lateef as being the only scholarship quarterback in the room? Was that a good thing? Was that a bad thing? Was there? What does it mean?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is it a good thing? No. I've been very careful, kind of tiptoeing around Lateef a little bit because he was thrown into a position that he never should have been in.
Fair.
The idea is that he's supposed to sit back there, watch, observe, grow, learn, mature, and then in a couple years when we need him, he's a little more refined, a little more mature. He's had time to be in a Division I program long enough to grow, get his arm strength up, get his vision a little more open, and just get better. I don't know. He's being asked an impossible task. And so I've been very, very hesitant to be critical of him because I think for the position that he was put in and the time he was put in it, I can't fault the kid. I really can't. He's doing the best he can with what he has. So do we need another veteran? We don't need a 5-star. Could we have used another? I don't know. I'm trying to think of a comparable, when you got not that it's happening, but if you had a Matt Ryan sitting behind a Baker Mayfield,
yeah,
there's a reason for that.
Well, there's an Alex Smith behind Mahomes, and there's a reason, a time to give people time to get their place and feed. But
could we have grabbed a Division II guy or a really talented NAIA guy at some point in time, and one that's maybe he's played in a Division II or a Division III national championship. Maybe he just wants to be a part of a Division I program. Really good quarterback, but missing a couple of the tools or the teams or just never had the shot. But a guy that can run an offense and can play ball and has played in some situations in college. Lateef, he came out of high school, went
to Pittsburgh as a practice player, standing around, kind of watching, and now you're starting.
And got some snaps and we're up by 1,000.
Yeah.
When the team's already conceded, that's not the same. That's not the same as being in there with Iowa 0-0 in the first quarter. Holy hell. Yeah, that's got to be a mess.
Yeah, that was a brawl.
With a little bit of a false sense of security with a W over UCLA, it's a trash team.
We learned, didn't we?
We did.
We learned, didn't we? Make the mistake. We learned. All right. We're gonna take a break. And Lionheart, I know you got to run. Thank you, kind sir, for what you do. I'll talk to you over the weekend.
I'll see you this weekend.
We'll be right back. Close out Lionheart Live and get you all set up for Bach and the Black Shirt.
Hi, I'm Scott Miller, Business Development Officer at Midwest Bank's Lincoln branches. As a lifelong Lincolnite with over 30 years of experience in financial management, I'm here to help your business grow and succeed. My focus is building strong relationships with businesses and clients across Lincoln. Because at Midwest Bank, we believe banking is about people, not just numbers. Visit us at midwest.bank or stop by one of our Lincoln locations. Your community, your bank. Midwest Bank. Member FDIC.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins'. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Hey guys, this is former UFC fighter and mixed martial artist Anthony Lionheart Smith. The Upside Bar and Lounge in South Lincoln is the go-to spot for every UFC event, prelims, and main card. There's never a cover, so make sure you get there early and stay late. Upside Bar and Lounge has daily specials, a margarita club, and a taco club. And don't forget, they just added Buzz Bowls to their menu. Learn more about upcoming events by visiting UpsideBarLNK.com and stop into their South Lincoln location for every UFC event on 27th and Pine Lake.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovebneb.com/tickets.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild has a delicious way for you to enjoy beef brisket. It's our open-faced hot beef sandwich. We start with our grilled Texas toast. Add a scoop of creamy mashed potatoes. Load them up with some tender Hog Wild beef brisket and top it off with our tasty brown gravy. It's absolutely delicious. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Time to go back into the Lion's Den. This is Lionheart Live with your host, Anthony Smith.
Lionheart out. He's got to get on one of those professional calls. Bach? Kind sir, if you don't mind, let's give a shout out to our friend, Teresa.
Yes, this segment is sponsored by Schweezo Construction, where safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Schweezo is hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. Apply today at Schweezo.com. 40 years strong in business, Schweezo Construction.
Thank you, kind sir. Eric says, as soon as we announce it, Lionheart's got to go. So I can now get back to being disrespectful on here. Nope, Anthony's still watching. He's just doing something else. Texas says this 1001 says, with NIL in Nebraska's current position, will kids come here and wait? Question mark. Not sure. We have the presence in the minds of kids thinking about coming here. Yes or no? Yeah, the college football players do not look at Nebraska the same way we look at us elders look at Nebraska football. We think of it with some reverence and respect. That is not. I was talking to Barry Thompson, quarterback's coach, about it, and he said, "Yeah, some of the problem is the disconnect between how we look at programs and coaches and how they do. And it's a different era. It's a different era, different priorities, different expectations, and yeah, money is in play." We were talking about players and development, and said they had the NAIA Player of the Year, and then football happens, and you go out there and get measured. And we can say with absolute clarity the reason why we did not see Gramstad out there. There's some reasons. 2 other quarterbacks got played before. I would imagine that was on purpose. One Ray says this: firing. Speaking of Coach Rule, firing his own friends could simply be self-preservation. Yeah, there's some nature versus nurture. Always comes into play. Nature versus nurture. What do you choose? What do you choose? And your friends can ride along until they can't ride along anymore. Once they hinder you, Bach, you and your friends, your friends are great until your wife says, "Hey, enough, enough." Right? They can have you do some stuff. Hey, we're gonna go watch 2 WrestleManias and we'll go back in time. Yeah, but try to watch 6 of them without her. No. In the end, you have to have success, and winning matters. Winning certainly matters to high school players. Playing matters, right? Actually getting on the field, and then you have to get by. There's a whole pecking order. One, the whole pop of social media and being able to say that you're going to play at the next level, getting offers at the next level, and then playing at the next level, and the two aren't the same. Getting an offer to play on the college level is a thing that today's high school player wants and needs. As a matter of fact, it's what college players want and need, to say that they're wanted and they're achieving. And then the higher the standing of the offer, then the more response you get and the more joy there is in it. But then ultimately it has to be about, am I going to play? Do they want me to play? Can I play? And then can I win? And winning matters. But it's not the thing for a lot of people. Bach, when you get a commitment, a player commits to the University of Nebraska, what's the first thing you want them to say? As a fan, what do you want to hear them say?
I don't know. I don't necessarily look at that. Like, grateful to be here, opportunity. All
But they want to be a Husker.
Yeah,
they want to be here, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's, you want it to matter. You want somebody that wants to come. They're accepting the job. They're accepting the perks, but they're accepting the job that is attached to it. Hey, I want to make Nebraska fans proud of Nebraska football. If somebody walks up to the podium and says, "Hey, man, Nebraska gave me the best money. Thank you." Thrilled. That's not who you want. That's not who you want to see and not who you want to hear. There are things that I want you to say. Look, I'm going to come in and work hard. I want to help this program win. And mean it. And if money is at the table, if you say the first thing a recruit or commit says is, hey, I'm just here for the money, dog. Straight cash, homie. You wouldn't buy in because you know it's temporary and that the focus is slanted. Nebraska football has to make a decision. And when it comes to agreement with some of these athletes, Bach, it really should be about, do you want to help us win? Do you want to win? That's the focus. What's the priority for these transfer portals? What's the focus? And Bach, I really hope it's that they want to come to Nebraska and help them win. Matter of fact, lead them to winning, especially a quarterback. So pay attention. Who did they bring in? It's in full. Bach. Farley is dentist. He's dentified.
That's right.
He had a tooth removed. So it's you and Euler.
Yeah, still Window World Wednesday.
Yeah. Okay. What are you guys going to talk about?
Well, of course, all this transfer portal mania. It's been, when you don't see somebody like Euler for a week, there's a lot to kind of catch up on these time of the year. So we'll go through that. I also got a lot of different stats from 1966, the last time Nebraska was in the top 25. What a different world it was. So we can go back and look at that.
Oh, sir, it was different indeed. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. I'm going to hit the road. I will reach back to everybody from DC. But y'all have a fantastic week. And stay tuned. Bach and Euler. Win the World Wednesday here on the ticket.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming?